presentation to Jack A. Gordon. Jack, would you please step forward? Certainly. Okay, first I'll read the proclamation, and I'll talk a little bit about the DVD that Jack has produced here. Proclamation for Jack A. Gordon. Whereas Jack A. Gordon is not only an attorney, an historian, and a filmmaker, but a proud resident of the Borough of Roseland and a trustee of the Roseland Landmarks and Historic District Commission. And whereas Jack A. Gordon undertook a project of enormous magnitude by researching, writing, producing, directing, and co-editing a feature-length historical documentary called The Bond Force Legacy, The History of Roseland, and examining the lives of two important families of the Roseland and Livingston communities. And whereas Jack A. Gordon solicited and obtained the support of several non-for-profit organizations, including the Provident Bank Foundation, Rotary International, the Roseland Landmark and Historic District Commission, and the Roseland Historical Society, and has contributed funds of his own to see to the completion of the Bond Force Legacy. And whereas the Bond Force Legacy has been completed and released on DVD and is available for the enjoyment, edification, and education of all who view the film. And whereas a further gesture of his love and support for the Borough of Roseland, Jack A. Gordon has agreed through his production company, Bumblebee Production, LLC, to contribute a portion of the proceeds from the sale of each copy of the Bond Force Legacy to the Roseland Historical Society, so that the Historical Society can in turn contribute the funds to the Roseland Centennial Celebration Fund, a fund created by Everett Leonard and his son Richard Leonard, so that the borough can best celebrate its centennial in April of 2008. Now therefore I, Michael A. Pacio, Jr., Mayor of the Borough of Roseland, do hereby present this proclamation to Jack A. Gordon as a sign and symbol of his commitment to the history of the Borough of Roseland. Congratulations. I just want to say I went out and picked myself up a copy of this. I watched it. It's approximately an hour long. And I'm born and raised in this town. 3 hours. And all the names that were mentioned in there, the people that were interviewed, I've either heard them or I know the people that were in this DVD. So it's something that if you're a newcomer to town, it's worth watching. It's worth learning about the history of the Bonds and the Forces, the two families that got together. And if you're an old-timer in town, it's worth refreshing your memory by watching this. So I would recommend that everybody in Roseland buy a copy of this. It's $14.99. A portion of that is coming back. I don't know what it is. I didn't ask Jack yet. But a portion of that will come back to Roseland. And it's well worth for everybody to have a copy of this in their library at home. You want to say a few words, Jeff?
I do. Thank you very kindly, Mayor. It's a delight to be at this point in this process. It's been 5 years. It's been a lot of fun researching our local history and putting it together for the benefit of our community. I have a copy of it. I know you've seen your own, but I have a copy of it that I'd like to present to the Borough of Roseland through you and the council, if that's appropriate. So this is a copy of the film. I'd like to also mention, to answer the question that you didn't ask, and that is, if you were to pick up a copy of this film, as you noted, for $14.99 at a place like Wilbur's Market downtown, $7 of that $14.99 will go through the Historical Society to the Centennial Celebration Fund. So even though this film was released just weeks ago, we've already raised in excess of $500 to go toward the Centennial Celebration Fund. Now, if you buy it in other places, like it is available online, you can get it over the telephone. We have a website, www.thebondforcelegacy.com. A little bit less will wend its way to the Centennial Celebration Fund, but no matter what, at least $2 of every purchase from wherever you buy it will make its way to help this town celebrate its centennial in 2008, and I encourage everyone to do so. In addition to the film itself and the storyline, there are several DVD extras, including a tour of the Bond Force house, the interviews of, say, Everett Leonard or Del Roll or George Flammer, and Bob Bush, of course, as well, all take place in the Harrison house. So you see inside the Bond Force house, you see inside the Harrison house, and of course all of us know the Bond Force Park adjacent to the fire station on Eagle Rock Ave. The end of the film explains, for those who don't recall or who never knew because they're too young to the town itself, how that park came to be and how it is that a resident of this town could have that level of commitment to her community. This is Annie Force when she died in 1963, to make a bequest to the town of enough financial magnitude so that the town ultimately can have this park, and we can have people like Mr. Tedesco and the like talking about whether or not we should put dog runs on this land, the land that was purchased by the generosity of Anna Britannia Force. So again, thank you very kindly. I am honored and privileged.
Thank you. Now, I did buy mine at Wilbur's. Is there any place else in town that's selling it?
Yes, you can buy it at Provident Bank Foundation. They have been tremendous supporters. Rosie's have it if you're watching it somehow from the Livingston area. Wine Legends on the corner of Route 10 and Livingston Ave, they have it as well. And again, the website, www.thebondforcelegacy.com, will take you both to an 800 number. It's actually an 877 number, but it's free. And to an entity called filmbaby.com, where they fulfill these orders for the public at a very nominal cost.
Okay, thank you very much.
Again, thank
very
you.
Well, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Mayor, if I could just add, I saw the DVD also with my children and nieces and nephews that aren't from Roseland and some of their friends, and they absolutely loved it. They were saying, when can we take a tour of these houses? So I want to thank you for taking the interest of the youngsters in town also.
Thank you.
Well, I just want to make a comment to Tom. You commented on the cover. When you watch it, you'll know why that's